I'm going to be talking about Ambre Nuit by Dior. I decided that it would be a good idea to do a full review because you hear me talk about this all the time on TikTok and on Instagram. Same username, @MelissaNationale. So this bottle was actually given to me by a follower. She gifted it to me, and the Dior packaging, insane, right? So before I got this, my sister bought herself Fève Délicieuse. She didn't like it on herself, so she ended up returning it. But with it came a small sample of Ambre Nuit, which is, I asked her to get this one because I really wanted to try it. Been in love ever since. Like, this thing was pulling stupid compliments. And on top of that, even if I didn't get any compliments on it, like let's say if in another world everybody hated this on me, I would still wear it because I love it so much. Now, this fragrance, when I first smelled it, I could not tell you the notes for the life of me. I knew there was amber in it because it's in the name, right? But when I saw that it had rose, pink pepper, and grapefruit, I think those were the only 4 listed on Fragrantica when I checked at the time. I didn't understand the rose. I'm like, what? I've never smelled rose like this. But when I really smell it now, it's like perfectly blended. I'm serious, like perfectly blended. If you're somebody that hates rose, trust me, I understand. You're not going to get the rose you think you're getting with this fragrance. It doesn't smell like funeral home, nothing like that. But the pink pepper is really nice off the top because it gives it this sort of spice and freshness. And then there's also the grapefruit that has a bit of like that tart. Like, you know what? I don't want to waste the spray right now. I sprayed it a lot yesterday, but I'm wearing another fragrance I'm testing, so I can't show you the distribution. But what was I saying? Yeah, the grapefruit and the pepper add a really nice brightness to the fragrance, and then it starts to intertwine with the rose and the amber, which make for just a delicious, seductive, extremely sexy fragrance. And another thing I enjoy about this is it's soft. And typically I like fragrances that project a bit more so that, you know, people like, like people can smell them, right? But this fragrance stays really close. It's like strictly in your scent bubble. You know what I mean? People aren't going to smell it unless they come close to you. But that's where the magic happens. You know what I mean? Like, once people get a whiff of this, like when I give them a hug when we're talking, it's just like, it's automatically, what are you wearing? That smells really good. Like, there was one time I was outside with a group of people. We were all wearing masks. And I was telling a story, and the girl next to me, like, I just slowly see her in my vision, just getting closer and closer till her face was like in my neck. And she's like, that smells really good. She's like, you smell really, really good. So I was like, shit. I mean, thank you. But yeah, this is so hypnotizing to me. And I know there's going to be people that hate it and all that kind of stuff. I get it. Everybody, you can never please everybody with one fragrance. But for me, this is one that I see for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? This is something that I would rock for the rest of my life. Now, for age ranges, I see this more for people like in their mid-20s up. I mean, you can totally be like 22 rocking this if you really want to. I don't really see this as a high school fragrance, but it's also extremely unisex. I think that's what I really like about it, because my taste specifically is more unisex than feminine. Unisex with even slightly leaning masculine. Like, when it comes to standard line designer perfumes or colognes, I prefer more of the cologne, not with like so much ambroxan, but like stuff like Spice Bomb Extreme is totally unisex to me because I have 1899 Hemingway by Soir Parfums and they smell really similar. But anyways, this fragrance here is my favorite designer scent. And I know I'm like, does it count as designer because it's private blend? But it does, because it's Dior. And the other thing I wanted to note about this, besides it being a compliment monster, I think the longevity I get from this fragrance, because I spray about, I can honestly do 8 to 10 sprays of this if I want to. And I can smell it for myself for over 8 hours. Like, I wore this yesterday. I still smelled it on myself. I sprayed it around, I think, 3, and I smelt it on myself like at 7 in the morning. So it lasted because I know I was spraying it on my clothes, also spraying it on my neck or behind each ear, like pulse points and stuff like that. But I don't really spray on my wrist. But I think oh, this is what I wanted to say. If you're looking for a dupe, because I had a follower say that she's like, I couldn't get the real one, so I got a dupe in Oil Perfumery, and it was shit. So be cautious about that. I've never tried anything from Oil Perfumery. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but like I wouldn't even try to get a dupe of this because it's a masterpiece fragrance. It's really nice smelling and it'll smell amazing on anybody. Absolutely sexy. So if you literally just want to smell like sexy, smooth, like seductive, that's the fragrance for this. It doesn't come off as mysterious to me, but it's very much Casanova, in my opinion. You know, it doesn't try hard to push out. It already knows it smells good. So when people just get closer, just like, you know, shit goes down in the best way possible. So yeah, Ambre Nuit by Dior. I need to buy a cabinet so I can store all my fragrances properly. When I finish this bottle, I might honestly just buy myself the 250 ml because to me it's worth it. But yeah, let me know what your signature scent is or what's the one fragrance you can't live without. And I think I'm going to be doing more of these longer reviews. It's kind of nice not having to rush and talk because the minute is almost over, 30 seconds. In the sense with like Instagram Reels, I have to talk under 30 seconds. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? But yeah. So subscribe to the channel if you want to, and let me know what other videos you want to see. And then I can make that happen. And again, I don't know shit about editing, so this is all one take. And it's the front camera of my phone. So, I mean, quality, we'll get there. We'll get there in time, okay? But thank you. I always appreciate you.